tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. I'm joined by our producer, Gary Zabransky.
Tom, speaking of coconuts, I always find it appropriate to interrupt the show for signing of breastises.
Oh, yes.
The great Guitar John is here. I've been getting a lot of IMs from him lately because his girl had a brand new rack installed.
Really?
Yes. Yes, it's the latest model rack.
What's the point of getting a new rack installed if you're not going to show it off?
Well, here's the beautiful thing. You know, we've hit the sweet spot in the timeline of breast implants, and that is after a couple of weeks, once the swelling goes down and the discomfort goes down, they kind of sort of start to fall in place.
Yeah.
Chicks can't wait to show them, they can't wait a minute to show them. They've got to show them to everybody.
It's the big unveiling.
Right, exactly.
And
so apparently, John's girlfriend's going around showing everybody.
Oh, part of that sweet spot also is they haven't quite settled in yet, so they stand
They're
up.
Super perky.
Yeah.
It's really a shelf.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah, you can put stuff on there.
Oh, yeah. And John probably has, as a matter of fact.
John, have you been putting stuff on those things? Go talk it in the microphone.
Yeah, we have been resting a few things on them here and there.
I'll bet you have.
This must be
hence rack.
Right. You must be overjoyed.
I'm really happy with the way it turned out, and she ended up doing it on her birthday. So it was a birthday present to her and an early birthday present to me.
No kidding.
We love that.
Indeed.
What a beautiful thing. And what are the details here? How big did we go from what to what here? Yeah, right in there.
I went from a very small B to a very large C, small D.
Yeah.
Really?
So they're just perfect.
Look at John's face.
It's my favorite kind of alphabet soup.
Oh, my goodness.
Well,
sounds good to me.
There's nothing like fresh breasts like that.
Nothing. Little fresh meat. No doubt about it.
For your Sharpie.
For my Sharpie. And I have my Sharpie right here, as a matter of fact.
All right, come on over here, young lady. Whoa, they're all yours, Tom, she said.
Really?
Yes.
Before you show them, do that thing for Tom.
Oh, yeah. She can make them move.
Oh, look at that. You can't see this on the air. You can move them one at a time.
You can do one at a time?
I can do one at a time, left and right.
One at a time, two at a time. She can make them move without touching them.
That's a whole movie right there, I think.
My goodness.
All right, people.
Look at this.
Holy moly, those stick out.
God, look at that. You got to enjoy this little window of opportunity because this is as good as they look. This is about as good as it gets. Look at that.
That's just perfect.
Well, I'm ready to sign right now.
It's a wonderful thing. Look at how they jut out like that.
They do.
My Lord.
Oh, I hope I'm not hurting you here.
You know what's really nice, Tom, is that they're not basketball-y in any way.
No.
They're more like nice pears or something.
Yeah, they definitely do not have that.
Fresh produce.
They definitely do not have that look. As I always say, there are some women who come in here with breasts and they've got the signature of the commissioner of the NBA.
Yes.
They don't need my signature.
Okay, wait. Let's see him move without the...
Yeah, she's going to move him again. Look at that. That's a talent.
That's like a puppet show.
She can move her breasts without touching them. That's unbelievable.
Isn't that
One
cool?
at a time, both at the same time? You got to see this.
Sean, you could probably get pretty creative with that, I would imagine.
Indeed, and I was also given the task after she got them done that I was the one who had to put lotion on them a few times a day while they were healing.
Oh, really?
That rough life that I live.
Oh, boy.
You know, Tom, I'm rethinking it now. I'm going away from the pear. I'm going to go with a very nice puppy snout.
Yeah.
It's a good puppy snout.
It is. It definitely is. That's a nice shape. I like that. They don't look fake. That's the thing. When they get that big round basketball look, it just doesn't do it for me. That's nice.
Now, were they drooping before you got all that stuff put in there?
They were horrible. Yes, they were saggy and just small.
You weren't one of those chicks that wouldn't take off your shirt when you were doing it, right?
I was actually because they just kind of like hung there, but now they bounce and they're firm and they're just lovely.
Now everybody's
like a regular cowgirl now, I bet, huh, John?
I constantly catch her in the bathroom just staring at herself in the mirror going, look at how great they are. I am just wonderful. And she enjoys them.
Wow. Dean wants to know what they're made of.
They are saline.
They're saline. Okay, very nice.
A little salt in there.
And do you have to get these adjusted every once in a while?
I don't, actually. I went to a wonderful doctor in Beverly Hills, and he said that they should be fine unless I want to go larger, so...
Oh, so you've already considered that possibility, have you?
No, I haven't. He implied that, just in case.
Yeah, just in case you want to lay down another $4 or $5 grand, is ready to help.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where'd they go in from, by the way? Through the nipple there?
Through the nipple, the bottom of the nipple, yep.
How about that? So no scars?
Oh,
it's a beautiful thing.
Fantastic. Sounds good to me.
Science is wonderful.
I'm loving this. I am. Well, Gary, you always bring such nice gifts into the studio. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure, Tom.
Gary Zabransky, our producer, always bringing something in here to enjoy. And in this hour of the program, I'm just amazed at how many people, and they're not just saying it to insult me. There are people listening to this program who honestly believe I am mentally ill, that I'm sick. There's something wrong with me. They don't even hate me. They're not even, in some cases, mad at me. They just think I'm sick. They think I need help, professional help, or worse. Some people actually think I'm insane. They think I'm possessed or something. Some people think that I need to get religion or I need to get into a therapist's office. Of course, I cut them off at the pass by telling them I've been in therapy for 5 years. This is the improvement. This is it right here. Are you kidding me? I'm the healthiest I've ever been, for Christ's sake. So if you think I'm sick, deranged, mentally ill, there's something wrong with me. You're just listening because you can't believe that I'm a human train wreck. I'm a car accident on the freeway, and you're just rubbernecking. If you think there's something wrong with me, I want to hear from you.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
I met this girl the other night, and she's really hot, but she comes up to me at the bar, and she goes, "Oh, I want to be friends first."
You got friends, right? Did you ever think of placing a classified ad saying, you know what I need? Some more pals.
I wanted to be friends with my penis.
The Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Shannon on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
Pardon me if I don't ask you how you are, because you know what? I don't give a flying rodent gluteus maximus how you are. You know why? Because you're probably the biggest fecal elimination orifice on the planet. One of these days you're going to...
Everybody is one, dear.
You know, that's true. And one of these days you're going to wake up and find yourself alone and every bit as bitter as you are now.
Why would you think
and
that?
You know what? Because... honey, you're never going to find a woman that's truly going to love you for you.
What makes you think I'm looking for one?
To love. Hey, you know what? You're going to need one someday because you're going to be an old man.
Darling, as a multimillionaire, I'll be able to hire whatever help I need.
Good. You're going to need all that money,
Yes,
honey, because you're going to have to hire some big old fugly, bitter and twisted woman to change your diapers and push your...
Well, there you go.
Around.
You sound angry. You sound way angrier than I could ever be.
You know what? Ask me if I care.
Again,
Ask
you
me
sound
if I care.
really,
You're
really
gonna be bitter
angry.
and lonely and
Really?
wish you had someone other than some biatch that's going to be bitter and twisted being paid to change your diapers.
Really?
You're gonna
But you still haven't explained to me why you think I'm sick.
I hate lies.
You haven't explained that yet. I'm waiting for the explanation.
Explanation of what?
Why you think I'm sick? Do you think I'm deranged?
I think you're a product of society, and I think you are thriving on greed because you're making a lot of money on a bunch of dummies. What do you think?
So you think you're smarter than the rest of the audience?
I certainly do. I'm a member of Mensa.
What does that prove?
That proves that I am in the upper 2% IQ of the population.
And what does that prove? That you have to join a club to prove how smart you are?
No. I only joined the club because most people don't understand smart people. Look at yourself. You don't understand me.
Darling,
you have to be around people that are
clearly you cannot recognize someone. You cannot recognize someone who has a high IQ.
Buddy.
Dear, I have a genius IQ, and I could read at 18 months old. You don't know who you're talking to.
And you're greedy.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
I'm at least as intelligent as you are. I know that for a fact.
Lonely and bitter.
Dear, you've run out of material. You cannot continue to repeat the same material. If you have new material, you can stay on the air.
It's the first time, then I guess
if you say the word lonely again, I'm gone.
You don't care, do you? You're going to be all alone.
I thank you. Said it again. New material, please. 1-800-5800-TOM. I'm talking to people who think I'm sick. Let's say hello here to Sarah on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hello. Hi, Tom.
Hi.
I have a question back to your earlier points on how women only do is break men's hearts and cheat on them and everything. Well, men do the same thing. That's
not what I said, dear, but go ahead.
Well, in other words,
you paraphrased me.
I paraphrased you, correct. Men do the same exact thing to women.
Well, I don't really care what men do to women. My target audience is men.
Okay.
I'm an advocate for men.
Okay.
This is a show about men, by a man, for men.
Okay.
Women are welcome to listen if they want to know how men think.
Right. I've only listened to a few of your shows, and I don't agree, and I do think you have some issues.
Well, what are the issues? I'm listening.
Well, let's see. Did you ever tell your mother that she was a dumping ground for men's sperm?
No. You know what? I hadn't come up with... My mom died in 1998. I hadn't come up with that concept at that point in time, but...
okay. But
I certainly would have no qualms about telling her what my theory is.
Okay. And, did you have the theory that women are only stepping grounds for... or only urinals for men?
Again, that's the same thing, dear. Dumping ground, urinal, whatever.
Okay.
Same concept. You're just splitting it in half.
Okay. Well, I'm just curious because unfortunately, if your mother...
My mother was able to hear my show and did listen to it, and the things I did believe and did say at the time, she certainly did hear them. In fact, my mother was a guest on this show several times.
Okay. Your demographics, I'm not too familiar with your show, but is it like the men from 20 to 30-year-olds?
20 to actually about 18 to 44. That's our audience.
Okay. Well, I happen to know a few men who are not in your demographics that don't agree with you.
Well, they're pussies or they're gay or they're metrosexuals, and that's fine.
No, my fiancé is actually one of them.
Oh, please. He probably is a metrosexual.
No, he's one that doesn't agree with you, who's in your demographic.
Meow.
Loves women.
Meow. Meow.
Woman.
Meow. That's what I would say to him. Meow. How do you know he doesn't agree? He told you?
Yeah, because after I heard your show, I actually went and asked him if he felt that way. And if,
then you asked...
Then you went... not to listen to you.
Then you went and asked him if you looked fat in that dress, and he lied to you about that, too.
No, he didn't, because I'm not fat. I'm not fat. So, and I don't even ask him if I'm fat. I'm not insecure of myself.
I see. Mm-hmm. So you think I'm sick? Why now?
Because, first of all, women are not a dumping ground.
Well, dear, that's not the words I used.
Sperm.
I said that sperm depository, human toilet.
Sad for you that you feel that way. I feel sad. Those are my feelings. That I feel.
You
sad
feel bad about that.
Sad.
But it's certainly true.
It is not
really?
True.
Well, dear, let me ask you a question. You're telling me you're not a sperm depository?
Actually, no. I'm a woman who has the blessed capability of being able to give birth.
But you're also, by definition, you're also a sperm depository.
No, I'm not.
Well, sure you are.
I would not put it in those words.
Well, you wouldn't put it in those words, but that is what you are, whether you like it or not.
They're crass and demeaning.
Well, dear, again, that's your opinion, but it's a fact. You see, you are one of those.
Right. Well, that's my opinion. And
but that is what you are. You may think you are other things, too, but you cannot deny that you're a sperm depository, unless you're a virgin.
I'm not a virgin.
Okay, so you're a sperm depository. You may think you have other characteristics, other redeeming qualities. That's up to you to decide, or certainly have your own opinion about. But among them, you are a sperm depository.
Saying that. You have issues for saying
why is that?
That way.
Why?
Because your mother gave birth to you.
Yeah. Again.
And that was a beautiful.
By definition, if you are not a virgin, you're a sperm depository.
If you're, I don't know. I just that's my opinion.
So. You just don't like that phrase, but you can't deny that it's true. Can you?
Well, was your father a force in your life?
That's a yes or a no, dear. Then we'll get to my father.
I think women. That is the natural birds and bees theory is, yes, sperm enters the woman. But
it is deposited there.
In those ways. I think it's...
You wouldn't put it that way because you see yourself as ever so much more than that.
Right.
That's only one of your redeeming qualities.
Yeah. So there, I answered.
By the way, I don't see it as demeaning. I see it as a redeeming quality. It's one of the reasons, probably the primary reason men talk to women is because they're sperm depositories.
Mm-hmm.
And we need a place to make a deposit.
I answered your question.
All right.
So
I'm just elaborating here that we are looking for a place to make a deposit, and you are certainly much better than a hand towel or a Kleenex.
Mm-hmm. Well, but obviously not a urinal, according to you.
Again, some people...
A urinal, first of all,
some people do use a urinal for that
do
purpose.
not use that to dump sperm into.
Some do.
Well, maybe some, but the basic function of the urinal is not for that reason.
Well,
so you're
what is not. I don't mean it literally. I don't mean it literally that we use you to urinate on. I mean what I mean about that.
When you use the word
is that we are using you like we're using you in the way we use a urinal. I am making a comparison of ejaculation to urination. For a man, they're one and the same. They need to do both. And they are looking just like we are looking for a urinal when we're hopping on one foot after drinking a six-pack. Many times we're looking for a place to make a deposit, and we see you as the same as that porcelain device.
Well, maybe you do.
Most men do.
That's why I think you have issues.
Well, most men do,
That's why I called. I'm glad you had this show, because there's a for us to call in.
You've been waiting for this opportunity, I could tell.
Well, yeah, and I've only listened to you like 3 times.
Hang on a second here, Sarah. Let's bring somebody on who is a listener and understands the show. Jimmy, what did you want to say to Sarah?
Sarah, I think you need to wake up and smell the coffee, sweetheart. Listen, you women, you call. First of all, if you're going to call in a radio show and attempt to make some type of argument, you can't call with under the guise or under the basis that you don't particularly care for the phrase that Tom is using. That is not a sound argument.
Well, that's why I have to with him, because he uses that, and it's very degrading.
Well, who gives a rat's ass what you think about whether or not it's degrading or not? How many times?
Well, that's why I called in.
But no, the thing about it is it's degrading because you're a sperm receptacle. That's degrading. But it's not degrading when you women get together and tee-hee and laugh about how much money and how much guys spending on you and how big your ring is. Seriously, women are more...
Men do the same exact thing. Men do the same exact thing. Maybe not you.
Actually, you know what? No, we don't get together and look at and hold up our wedding rings and go, God, your ring is not as shiny. You know what? We don't get together.
You do it by the size of women. No, you do that by the size of women.
There. We can't use that word on the air, please.
Come on, that's not by the size of women's breasts. Listen, but that doesn't matter. The only time that we ever looking at that is when we're trying to hit that. What you have to understand, so this is Leykis and Leykis 101, and what this is basically about is men who want to get laid. If they want to be in love and have a relationship, and they want to find their soulmate, there are several other radio stations that you two can listen to and cuddle up by the fire. But this ain't one of them.
You can go to eharmony.com and spoon together if you want.
Beautiful. Exactly what you can do. And then you can reminisce with your girlfriends about how soft and demure your man is. But if that's what you want, see, that's a part of the problem in this country now. Men can't even be men anymore. We have to be sensitive, and we have to be your best friend. No. All we want are your legs in the air. That's all we want. And if you would simply do that, life would be much easier.
So what he's saying, Sarah, is that if I'm sick, like just about every man out there is sick, because you know what? We all feel the same way.
I wouldn't agree with every man.
Including your man.
No, listen, your man is not, I'm telling you right now, your man is not going to tell you, no, dear, Tom's absolutely right. No. Your feelings matter. It's not that, see, you guys are confusing the issue. We don't have to be your best friend. We don't want to be your best friend. That's why you have a best friend. You know, people whom you can have those kinds of discussions about. We don't want those things, especially when we're single and we're out and we're trying to bang as many hot chicks as we possibly can. And you know what? There are many women out there who understand. That's why they get what they get. That's why they understand. But
I'm sure there are. I'm just, the show is about calling in with an issue with him, and I have an issue of why he's, the urinal statement. It's just degrading and it's crass. And,
okay, so
it's my issue.
It's degrading and it's crass, but the act is not degrading and crass in and of itself. You'll do it, but you just don't want anybody referring to the fact that you do it. That's what it basically sounds like. It sounds like you're saying, yeah, I know I do that, but please don't call it that. I mean, it's like, are you the type of person that spells out the word sex? We're talking about S-E-X. Are you one of those people?
I'm not a sperm depository. We make love.
Exactly. You know what? He held me so very tightly last night. Please, what you really want to say is that he put it to me last night. He nailed me last night. But you won't use those kind of terms because they might think I'm a slut. You're all slut.
Well, some people, I don't feel that way, but, you know, whatever. I made my point. Thank you.
No, actually you didn't. No, you made the point that we've been trying to make for a long time. Every time we get a broad to call in who doesn't have a clue in her head, there's a million of them out there who say, I hate Tom. Tom, you're a basket. But
I never said I hated him. I find some of his points very interesting. Like, I totally agree with how he feels with getting into commitment young of an age, you know, and that. I totally agree with a lot of things he says, but as soon as he calls a woman, compares her to a urinal, I think he has an issue.
Actually, the phrase is human toilet.
Human toilet, and you use urinal, and that's all. And I think he has an issue for that. And whether it's to bring up ratings, maybe that's his issue.
I know that straight men are not human toilets, I can tell you that.
We've called you more than that, trust me.
I said straight men are not human toilets. And Jimmy is saying we've called you much worse than that.
We've called you much worse than that, sweetheart. That's actually a PG version of what I would say.
Well, we could bleep me right now, Brent, because because Jimmy knows we'd probably call you a dumpster. But that's beside the point.
Exactly. Come,
yeah. And I'm sure the girls you're with are real high class.
Sweetheart, let me explain something to you. I don't know if they're high class or not because their asses never stay with me.
Because you don't care if they're high class. You don't care if they have a personality. They're just, you know.
No, you know what?
We want them to shut up.
By the way, I've never asked anyone's personality.
Besides, you know what they say about girls with good personalities, don't you?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
I've been out and about, and I've seen these crazy bumper stickers. I saw this one the other day that said, driver carries no cash, he's married. Why doesn't he just put a big bumper sticker that says, hey, I'm a pussy, my wife got my balls?
I hadn't heard of that bumper sticker.
The Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles, it's the Tom Leykis Show. Talking to people who think I'm sick, mentally ill, deranged, or some such. Arlene on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Arlene.
Hi. You know, you're a very intelligent man, and I don't think you're deranged or certifiable, but you do have deranged teaching methods.
Such as?
I mean, you have some good ideas, but the way you teach men is either they have to be an a-hole or a pussy. There is a middle ground. I mean, a man can be an intelligent, thinking person who listens to his brain and his emotions without getting screwed over.
I'm listening to my emotions, and my emotions are I want to protect myself from having my emotions stomped on.
Right, but when
I'm listening to my emotions.
But when you teach men to indiscriminately treat women like crap and, you know...
Because it works. It gets men laid.
Well, you know what? Serial killers can kill people, and it works. But
well, we're not suggesting that anybody kill anybody.
Right. Of course, because you would be libelous if you suggested...
No, but why would I suggest it anyway? I don't believe people should kill people.
No, but you believe in doing anything beyond breaking the law to get what a man can get. And
just as women do with men. Women get into our bank accounts. Women take half or more of what we have. Women get us to buy them things. But the fact is, whether you believe in it or not, that's what's out there.
No,
it's war, and men need to fight fire with fire.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
You perpetuate. You know, you complain about all this fire that women are giving you. You know, all this crap that women are giving you.
Yes.
You are out there making it happen.
No, dear, it was happening long before I had a radio show.
No, but men in general...
I'm helping men to fight back.
When men screw women...
And they appreciate it.
They get bitchy, and then they turn around and do it to a man.
Well, that's the trick, not to get into a relationship. Pump them and dump them.
But when you indiscriminately, you know, label women sperm depositories or...
Which they are. Human toilets.
You know No. See, you label a woman as an inanimate object. Women are not inanimate objects.
But, dear, you know why blow-up dolls are so popular? It's because that's how men see women. That's the reality.
That's a fantasy.
Dear, that is how, believe me, that is what men want.
You know, then why don't they just...
Men would like the human version of a blow-up doll. Don't give us any lip, let us in, and then when we're done, we're going to roll over and go to sleep. Good night.
Listen to any lip if you just buy
towel off and be done, huh?
Buy your blow-up doll. You won't have to listen to anything.
But again, it's a lot better to have a real... living, breathing blow-up doll.
Why? It seems inconvenient if you have to listen to all that lip.
Well, that's why I give them instructions once they're done to towel off and get out.
Why not just pay for the inconvenience?
Because you can get it for free, as I have my whole life. I've never gone to a hooker. Never. Not for 5 minutes.
I pay a little extra for convenience. Why wouldn't you, as an intelligent man?
Because I haven't figured out. I know how to get what I want and get the hell out of there without having to listen to her burp.
When you do this,
and I teach the guys how to do it.
You teach them these rules like they're zombies. You're like a cult leader.
Well,
you don't teach them to think.
I do teach them to think. They have to think, and they have to apply the rules properly. And when they do, they get what they want.
Oh, it sounds like Christianity to me.
Well, it's not Christianity.
All the rules, indiscriminately.
Because, you know what, I've never been nailed. I nail others.
Oh, really? So at times you haven't been nailed, haven't you?
I was making a Jesus reference there.
But you probably rather be nailed physically than nailed monetarily.
Well, I don't want to be nailed to a cross, but and I don't want to be nailed monetarily. But would I like somebody to ride me like a pony? You bet.
Well,
and that's what most men want. Get used to it, dear.
I think you insult your male listeners.
I don't think I insult them. I give them exactly what they need.
Because they can't.
If I wasn't giving them what they need, if all I was doing was insulting them, they would not listen, and we would not have high ratings, and I would not be here.
Because they don't know what to do, so they're following anything.
You're frustrated because so many people agree with me, and that's the reason I'm on the air.
I'm frustrated because what you're doing is heinous.
How is it heinous?
Because you're teaching them to degrade and treat women like crap indiscriminately just to get what they want.
It works.
So what? A lot of things work there, but they're still unethical and wrong.
Dear.
It doesn't make it right.
Dear, there's so much unethical behavior going on with women towards men. I have no qualms about doing what I need to do to get what I need.
Oh, really? That's why you will die alone. And I don't care.
I'm not worried, dear. I am not worried about some gold digger who wants to sit next to me and wait for me to slip on a banana peel so she can take what I've built. I really don't care.
You know what? I don't care who you are.
What, I want to be that geezer who was with Anna Nicole Smith? Please, that's not going to happen.
No, I don't care who you are. Nobody wants to grow old and die alone. With their maid and their servants.
I am hardly alone. I have a network of good friends who I've known for decades. I'm about as happy as I can possibly be.
Yeah, and that's definitely going to be enough on your deathbed. Your friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, it's human nature for everybody to...
Have you died? Do you have any idea what it's like to die?
No, but I know...
I don't think you're in a position to be speculating.
I know what it's like to be close to death.
Really? Well, were you married at the time?
No, I wasn't.
And so were you feeling terribly lonely?
No, I wasn't.
No, you weren't. That's my point.
Because I hadn't discovered love yet.
Yes, I understand. But the point is,
when you reach
you did just fine without a companion, didn't you?
Well, you know what? A 2-month-old will do fine too, because they don't.
But you were not 2 months old. You were an adult.
I was not an adult. I just said I was a teenager.
Oh, you were a teenager. Okay, fine. The point is, dear, you did just fine without having a husband or a boyfriend. You did great.
Oh, I got a husband now.
But you had none at the time you were near death, and you did just fine.
I would be much happier and much fulfilled and peace at
that's you. For me, the price to pay to get that is too high.
Oh, really? I don't think so.
That's right. It's too old. You don't think so. You're not the one paying the price.
I am. Everyone pays that price. Everyone has the choice.
I have more to lose than you do.
Not on your deathbed. We all losing the same thing.
Well, again, but you are really sadly mistaken if you think that that's the way it's going to be for me. You are sadly mistaken. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. This is Sherry on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom.
Yes.
Hello.
I said yes.
Hello, I can't hear you. How are you?
What about now?
Now I can hear you. You know, it cracks me up that half these people call in, especially these really stupid women that bag on you for what you do and what you say about us women. Don't they know that you get paid a lot of money to keep your ratings high to badmouth us? We know what we are. We know what we do. You know how to get
All
a rise
I know is the vast majority of women who've called in on this matter have proven my point.
It makes me laugh because it's like, how stupid can they be?
Yeah.
You're just there to get a rise out of us. And actually, to be quite honest with you, I laugh at it. I laugh at the women that call and get so mad at you and say all these things. And then I really laugh at the men that call and support you because obviously they have nothing else to do but to listen to you on the radio. But I just want to tell you, you're doing a great job. You're probably making a lot of money, a heck of a lot more money than half these people out here that are calling in and being mad at you.
That's right.
Exactly. So you're doing a really good job, Tom. My boyfriend listens to you, and that's how I actually started listening to you. Sometimes I listen to you. Your points are very well. Most of the time they're not, especially about women. But, hey, we all are entitled to our own opinions about people, men and women alike. So, you know, half the time these people are really stupid for calling and really getting mad at you because, I mean, you get paid a lot of money to do it. You're doing a really good job, so I commend you for that.
Well, thank you.
You have a good one.
You too. These women have proven my point here. 1-800-5800-TOM. Maria on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
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 I love you, Tom.
Really?
You are not sick or anything. You're just honest. If these people can't handle the truth, they can listen to another show.
And by the way, they won't.
They still listen to you because they know you're right.
That's right.
But even though if they don't agree with you, who cares? I mean, the ratings are there. You have the money. Who cares?
Well, I know I don't.
And I've been with my boyfriend for almost 10 years.
Uh-huh.
And we've been fine because I said everything that you said on the show.
Oh, so you agree?
Of course!
And so does he?
Of course. Yeah,
Fine.
we've been together for, like I said, 10 years, and we've been fine. I do, like, whatever he says, I say, hey, okay.
You do whatever he says. I love that. The Tom Leykis Show. At 1-800-5800-TOM. Maria, hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Maria.
I've been listening to you for about 9 months.
Yes.
And I have agreed with some of the stuff you say. The majority I don't, especially when you talk about women who are dispensers, or we are there for that.
Sperm depositories. You're not a sperm dispenser. That would be a man.
Okay. Well, we are a depositor.
I know you're a depository. A depositor would be a man.
Okay. Now, I love a couple of conversations that you had earlier where the women are telling you, really, Tom, I mean, where does your mom come into this picture?
Okay.
Was she also one of what you label us
By
as?
definition, all women are. Unless they're virgins, yes.
So that means that your mom also was.
Well, yeah, all women are.
Oh. So that your mom is also included in that category.
Of course, by definition.
All the men that call you, or their mothers, are included in that category.
Everyone.
Wow. Tom, I really thought that you were going to have a different answer.
I'm consistent and honest.
Wow. So then where are our future children going to come from?
Other sperm depositories like yourself.
Okay, but then you're saying that we're evil because we are...
I never said you're evil.
Then what are we? What are we?
I have simply said that women are never our best friends.
No, and we're not intending to be your best friend.
Oh, sometimes you say you are, but really you always have a better friend out there somewhere.
The thing is that you generalize.
Generally,
and
it's true.
The only problem
it's called broadcasting. We speak to a broad audience.
I know.
We cannot deal on a case-by-case basis with 3.5 million listeners. We can't.
Okay. And your ratings are generated by your comments to these foolish men.
Well, put it this way. A lot of men agree with what I say, and that's why we have the ratings we have.
But you know what, Tom? Those men that agree with you, those men they have had something that happened to them like something happened to you.
Well, I see. So they're sick, too.
Excuse me, I didn't hear you.
So you think they're sick, too?
I am not saying that you're sick. I'm just saying that there's something happened to you in the process of your growing up.
Guess what, dear? You'd be amazed to know that just about every man out there has had an experience like that.
And every woman also.
Dear, if that's true, then you shouldn't be so upset.
Well, I'm not.
Or amazed that we feel this way.
No, at all, Tom. I just wanted for one time after so many months listening to you, just to give you a little bit of.
All you did.
The Tom Leykis Show.